Hello, everybody. You'll have to tell me if I have to twist this, because I'm going live with using data, because sometimes when I used to do the walks, it didn't drop like it does on the computer, so I thought I'd give this a shot outside and just check in. But the boys all went down to Arkansas. It's kind of bittersweet in that they're old enough for a road trip. At least the one driving's old enough for a road trip. They made it all the way down there safe and sound to their uncle's. And so he texted me this morning when they got there. So I was very relieved they made it safely. It's been nice. So far, I don't think I've realized it because I keep waking up thinking somebody's knocking on my door or wanting something. So, a lot of wild dreams last night. It was crazy. Things are on board with the one I talked about the other day. He's having some issues, but let's say he's learning the hard way. Tough love is the only love that he can understand right now. And so we'll see what happens in the meantime. Otherwise, everything's been going well. I talked earlier about having 5 cars, and now we're down to 3 that work. So my car, my dad's truck, just doesn't it won't shift gears, but I know the problem is it's an easy fix. My Mustang, unfortunately, had to go in with a raccoon and punched a hole in the radiator and did a little bit of damage to the front end at the bottom. So so much for that. If you're commenting, I can't see it. So I'm not seeing any comments. And let's see. The chicken coop is almost, I think I'm going to give you a tour anyway, because I'm not sure that it's ever going to get finished to my satisfaction. There's just still so much to do. And right now I'm just trying to keep ducks in water. And they go through a lot of it. And they have a pool out there, and they know what it is, but they haven't gotten the nerve to get in it yet, so we'll see. They know what they've been shown, so they know. And when they get going in that will slow things down. The old and the new seem to be getting along pretty well, animal-wise. We're getting a pond, and there was so much extra dirt, and my ground is so unlevel, or such a fishbowl, that they're spreading it through the low parts of the yard, which is most of the 5 acres. And we are back to mud in the house every time. The dogs absolutely love where the pond is. We have water feeding in. It's not full yet, not even close, but we have one that goes all the way down, and we probably got, let's see, it's probably right now about 5 to 7 feet deep, I think. And that dog gets in there and swims around for a little bit, then comes back out, and I think feels refreshed, but otherwise smells like a wet dog. So, but anyway, that's kind of an update. We're still kicking, still things very stressful. I'm gonna try to take this week, do more videos, do less stressing. Try to just really take this week off, because it's going to be long. The schools have decided that they're gonna open come hell or high water, and That's not what they were saying earlier, but they are saying it now. So they'll be starting school, and I don't know if they'll close or not. I guess we're gonna just ride this thing out, and whoever makes it makes it. Who doesn't doesn't. Which is not quite the attitude that we should have, but um, I don't know. You know, we can't. Um, we can't quarantine the first time and then the second outbreak be 10 times worse, and we just ignore it and go along with life as usual, because that won't work. Um, but I don't know. I really don't. I want to homeschool, but that might be something I have to do. I'm sorry, I've got my sun smile on today, squinting eyes, and it's usually one eye's closed. Uh, I've tried to get over that as I've gotten older. Uh, and just squint both eyes instead of just one, because I can squint one and leave the other one wide open. But it just looks goofy. Looks like a little kid. And oh, hi, I do see a comment. Thank you. Hi, Magical Moments. Uh, I guess nobody commented. That's why I hadn't heard. So anyway, we get some more of this done. It is hot and humid in Indiana. It's I don't I don't know about any of this. Uh, I'm I don't know. I'm ready to throw up my hands and just say screw it. But I do feel like we're setting up for a new age. You ever wonder how they went like from one Middle Ages to uh, Bronze Ages to Gold Age. The different ages. Um, I just feel like there's big changes in the air, and I don't think that they're all bad. I don't think it's all gloom and doom. I think it's growing pains. I think we're having growing pains now throughout the whole world, and we will grow from this and be better people from this all, because that has to be the solution. That just has to be, because otherwise, uh, you can't grow without growing pains, and it makes perfect sense to me. And and if you think of it that way, it's kind of an amazing thing to watch, uh, to be here for. But I don't know enough about it that I can even talk about it. But um, it was just a thought, just something that came to my mind. My wrinkles sure show more out here than they do in the house, don't they? Um, but I don't care. I earned every one of these wrinkles right now. Um, I'll be surprised if I don't look like I'm 100 years old by the time the summer's over. But I'll show you our pole barn that we're getting. If I can turn this, I'm just going to turn it, and I believe you can see it. There it is. I bet it's hot in Florida. You guys are supposed to be hot. We get hot and humid, and then it's supposed to cool off at night, but it does sometimes it doesn't. And the weird thing is we're all complaining about 88 and humid, and it gets a lot hotter than that here. So I don't know what we'll do when it actually gets warm. It gets hot here. But it is. I just sit here and sweat. But I've been out in the back taking care of chickens and ducks, and I think I'm about ready. We got 4 dozen eggs in there, and we don't need 4 dozen. We need a dozen. So I'm going to put a sign out in the front yard about fresh eggs for sale. And maybe on Facebook. I just need a couple customers right now to get it going and get some of these eggs out of here, because otherwise we have an overabundance. And so I'm not gonna charge very much for them, because I know people are having a hard time, and I don't know if I can get together maybe with like a food bank or something and supply eggs. I don't know if that would be something I could do, or if it's something that I shouldn't do because of it being a food item, perishable. I don't know, but those farm eggs stay good longer than store-bought eggs because they got a thicker shell. And so I'm kind of torn about, I can do both probably. Eventually I'll be able to do both because I'll have enough chickens and hens. I hope I didn't just hatch a bunch of roosters. And then we get some duck eggs, and that'd be cool. And sell some duck eggs. Those are supposed to be real good for you. I would think that the chicken eggs are real good for you too, so I don't know, they're just bigger. But so I like it, and I told my therapist, I said, I know it's kind of weird that I'm so into these chickens and ducks and things, and she said, well, they're healing. Animals are healing, and that's true, and it gives me something that I can do, and as long as I get out there, and they got water and food, I'm not gonna hurt them, it's kind of a safe thing to do. I'm no longer, I had such problems running electricity in that hen house that I'm probably not gonna finish it. I need to finish it, but I just have a couple more things to do, but I just don't want to finish it right now. I'm tired. I'm emotionally drained. I'm physically drained. I'm gonna have to have back surgery again, so my legs are starting to peter out on me again. So I have to go for an MRI, but then I have to go get blood drawn first. So everything got moved because I have to get blood drawn because of the kidney disease, and to see whether or not they can use contrasting dye. So I need, actually, well, this is my channel, so I'm just gonna pour it all out to you. I need 2 neck surgeries. Ow. There is bugs out here that's driving me crazy. I need 2 neck surgeries, one up here, one down at the base, and they have to be done a year apart. I've told you about that. I now have to have a lower back surgery, and I have to have a bicep. My bicep's frayed, and they want to cut it off and tie it to something else. But we're waiting for this to blow because I'll lose motion in my arm. So we're waiting for that to blow because I might as well get used out of what I can. The neck, if I don't do anything about the neck, I will eventually become paralyzed. So it's a very gradual thing. And so I wanted to kind of get that started this year. And all these surgeries are outpatient, believe it or not. I can't believe neck surgeries are outpatient. But, my last one, I stayed in a day, I think. But they it fused 3 neck vertebrae together. But so the hard part is just the recovery, and my kids are big enough now that if I can't lift milk for 6 weeks, they can lift milk for 6 weeks, for crying out loud. And I can't drive for so long after surgery, and especially the back surgery, because I can't put pressure on the brake and stuff. But that's okay. We've got a driver in the house. So now would be the best time. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do the back first because it's causing me the most problem. And then if the virus gets bad, I won't be able to do neck till next summer. Um, but I'm getting around really well, and so if I get the neck surgery done at this point where I'm not having problems, where I'm not having paralysis and things, are too bad. I've got a drop foot, but that's gonna be there forever. Nothing when they do the neck surgery. Anything that I have wrong with me will not get better, but it won't get worse. And um, so, in the mouths of babes, my youngest one said, "Thank you." Yes, it's a mini vacation, and I'm mouths of babes, Jesse says, well, do it now while you don't have any problems, and then you won't get paralyzed. And I thought, well, true. And he made the point about how everybody's big enough to take care of themselves if need be. And so I probably will start looking into that more and getting that done. Um, it seems like elective surgery, since I get to decide when I want my neck surgery. But I don't know how government sees it. But if they go back to closing everything, they're just now the place that would do it. When I call because of my lower back. You call, they're explaining people that had elective surgeries to not call them because they are now doing elective surgeries, and they will call you as they catch up with them. And so, it may be years before I can get the neck anyway, but I will have to try to get the lower back done sooner rather than later because it is causing pain and it's causing problems. Yesterday it didn't want to work at all, or 2 days ago, one day, it just kind of stopped in midair, and so that's not good and that's dangerous. And so anyway, I'm just babbling about this and that. I appreciate you all listening to me because I don't seem to ever have any direction, but you know what? It's only going to get worse as the dementia gets worse, and this stress is not only making me lose my hair, it's also back to turning white, and I don't know. I'm thinking about keeping it. I don't know, because I read somewhere, whether it's true or not, who knows, but that redheads don't turn gray, they get silver hair instead of white hair. And I've seen some silver haired ladies that have very cute hairdos. And so I don't know if I want to do that or not yet because everybody already thinks that I'm my kid's grandma. So I don't know if having glorified my gray hair right now for them is helpful for them, but it's not like they don't know who I am or how old I am. I don't guess it makes any difference. And well, something. Oh, the dogs are at the door. I'm sitting here going, who's inside at the door? It's dogs. But they can't come out front. And the grass needs to be mowed, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Because those people that came out in their building, I don't know what I'll do for my free time this week. Right now, I think I'm going to sleep a lot. I need some sleep. And I kept waking up last night thinking that I had to do something. And that somebody was trying to kill me or something. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, so my caregiver's coming over. And I tell you, when we moved into this house, this whole thing, and I know YouTubers aren't supposed to show the outside of their house, but I trust you guys. Um, shoot. Don't think any of you gonna hunt me down. But like all this was a cornfield. All that was a cornfield. And that back was a cornfield. The whole thing was a cornfield. And so out here in the front, the only thing we did, don't I need to mow? Those little weeds are coming up, those little flower weeds. Um, and so they came and bumblebees are back. I've seen 2 of them this year. Yay. Um, anyway, and so we had the front, immediate front, and immediate back graded out, and they planted grass. And then over the side, I just thought, well, I'll just keep mowing down. Thank you. Sure. We just kept mowing down the stalks in the back and on the side. And then it turned to grass. It was all grass over there. And I don't know where the grass came from. I honestly don't. So the whole 5 acres is grass and trees now. And so they dug up and put this. So during that time, I'm going to have to go in, I think. Bugs are getting to me. They're scaring me. I don't have my glasses on, so they look different than they do with my glasses on. And I don't know where the grass came from. But anyhow, that first year, we could not keep that house with the dogs and kids. Oh my gosh, Sharon, I'm not coming to Arizona. I'm not doing 110. I'd be definitely staying inside. And see, my glasses turn to shades when I put them on. I'm outside, and then when I go back in, I can't see. Anyway, so now we're back to mud everywhere in the house. Between me, because there's mud between me and the chicken house. But I take my boots off at the door. Kids, and the kids aren't really that bad about it yet. But those dogs, they go down and check out that pond. Go in there, they get stuck up in some of the gooey stuff that hasn't dried yet. And have trouble getting out, and they come back and they're just a mess, But they're having the time of their life playing down there. Apparently, the pond was put in for Lucy, because as the pond was being dug and everything, Lucy went out every day and checked on it, and walked around and went in, and then they said even one day she started digging. I said, well, I guess she's trying to help you dig the pond. But she supervised the whole thing. And so she's going to absolutely love it out there. She's already laid claim to it. Lucy's our Rottweiler. And so the dogs are going to like it. And the kids are pretty excited about it. And I am too, to tell you the truth. I'm anxious for some of that magic grass to grow. But otherwise, that house is never going to stop being muddy. It's not going to stop being muddy. Right now, it rained hard the other night. Now everything is back to being, when the ground's cracked, when it's so dry, it's back to being cracked again. This farmer over here that's got the cornfield coming in, he irrigated, so he came in and got his field watered. His field watered, and I think he grows feed corn for animals. I don't think he grows people corn. And don't ask me what the difference is, because I don't know. Apparently there is a difference. And so it's supposed to be knee-high by the 4th of July, but 4th of July is coming up, and it's going to have to grow a lot to be knee-high. And I have a short knee. So I am going to go back into the house. So pretend like you don't see anything that you're not supposed to see that we're supposed to keep hidden YouTube, but you can't see my address because my address is clear at my mailbox, which is clear on the other side of that road. And let's see how we do. Air conditioning. Anybody still here? Well, I think I am going to sign off and relax, maybe take a nap, and live life to the full. Oh, see that blanket? That's a blanket with all our pictures on it. Isn't that a cool blanket? Got that off of, I want to say Shutterfly, but I'm not sure. That's actually the one that I gave to my dad because my dad likes pictures. The one that I had made for me is down in the basement. I will. Like that. I love that in the dryer picture. It's but we'll talk to you all later. Live life to the fullest, live life with no regrets, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And I don't know how to shut this off, so we'll see. Nope. I don't want to share it. Bye. Okay.